Hayom Yom Shlishi B'Shabbos. Today is Tuesday. It's Tes Zayin Adar, right? The Gemara says, V'lo Yaver. You know what V'lo Yaver means? That Purim is not allowed to go over. It's allowed to go before, but it's not allowed to go after. In other words, the Mishnah is, the halacha is that Purim is either the 14th or the 15th of Adar, and under certain circumstances you push it earlier. The 11th of Adar, the 12th of Adar, the 13th of Adar. There's a Maimon Chazal that says, Afilu Matchil Sachodesh, you can read the Megillah from the Chodesh. But the Gemara says, V'lo Yaver. V'lo Yaver means you're not allowed to go past. After Chamisha Asa B'Yadar, no more Purim. Why not? It's a pasuk. V'lo Yaver. Tonish Haribah game. I don't know why not. If I knew why not, then yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, Adasa Devar. Purim. It's Adar Lo Yodeh. So of course I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm going to give you a thought. If I didn't have a thought, I wouldn't ask the question. And the thought is that even Bli Gavul in Kedusha has a Seder. Even Bli Gavul in Kedusha has a Seder. Adar Lo Yodeh, which is a very, very interesting religious idea. And the truth of the matter is, it's not a joke. It's serious, and it's deep, and it's meaningful. The only problem is that before a person can have a shachas Adar Lo Yodeh, darf man verstickelen von Yodeh. You know, first you have to be a human being, then you can exceed that. But if you're nicht kein Mensch, and Adar Lo Yodeh, weisach in the beheme shikir, you do the meiser. Mr. Chabachel and Temchat Mimim was trying to make a point. So he took the goats that were in the courtyard, and he gave them mashke, and he took them to the mikveh, and he brought them into the zal. So the drunk and wet goats walked around and around in a circle, in a drunken stupor. So they asked him, why did you do it? He says, what do you mean? The Bacham sit the whole day in Besmedrash. They only see the Rebbe on Shabbos. The goats are out in the hall, in the yard. They see the Rebbe 4, 5, 6 times a day. Can you imagine if the goats could fabrate what they would say about all their visions of the Rebbe? And of course the point is, it's as simple as that. So, in other words, I misfear a mensch. Well, the Rach kommt to the yin von Adar Lo Yodeh. Lo Yodeh is an unbelievable avoid. It's mamish an yin tshuva. But the Torah says V'lo Yaver. The raya that it's kedusha is that it has a medida v'agbala. As much as we talk about how great infinity is, but in kedusha there is always a purpose, and the purpose is bigger than any individual aspect of it. And therefore the Torah says V'lo Yaver. Even the Aveda from Chayiv Inish Lebesuma B'Puri Adar Lo Yodeh Baruch Moshe Haman has an end, has a hagbala, has a point. It says Atkan. Not because you don't want that there should be no hemshech from the Adar Lo Yodeh Vaket. You want the Adar Lo Yodeh should continue, but now it's in a different seer. Like the Rebbe once explained that after the avoid of Adar Lo Yodeh, daf na reinbring in the Lo Yodeh in Yodeh. In other words, if Adar Lo Yodeh means that a yid serves the Eibishter, and he uses the help of a little yayin, or whatever the bisuma is, to bring himself to a stage of a relationship with the Eibishter, which is Lo Yodeh, then that Lo Yodeh has to come into a Yodeh, has to internalize them. And Bashgocha Al Yena, we're going to learn now a Maimer, which is going to make an identical point, or a similar point at least. But what's relevant for us at this particular moment is that we're already on the home stretch for Pesach, right? The only complaint that we have to Haman was that he made Haman Tashin 30 days before Pesach rather than 30 days after Pesach. And as soon as Pesach Purim ends, the mommy says to all the kinderlach, you ate as much nash as you could on Purim, V'lo Yaver. It's after Purim, all the nash that you hoarded in your room because you got it in your own shalach manas is being now officially, ceremoniously taken away and disposed of as quickly as possible, hopefully not in people's gullets, because it's at Pesach. And that's all there is to it. That's the practical V'lo Yaver. And the Gemara, of course, says, Mismach Gula L'Gula. That part of the logic to this is that you want to bring the Geula of Purim, which is a Geula She'ena Shleima, immediately adjoined to Geula of Pesach, which is a Geula Amites V'Ashleima. And of course, at this particular juncture, it's a Geula She'ena Acharei Golos. Right after the Geula Amites V'Ashleima, the Gemara says, B'nissen Nigalu, B'nissen Asidim Ligoil. After Mashiach comes, there's no longer any Yonim of Golos. And perhaps the reason is because the Gula Amitas Vashleima combines these two opposites of Lo Yodeh and Yodeh. Okay, I could give you lectures about the world right now is in a Maimed Matzav of Lo Yodeh, big time. Right? It's the blind leading the dumb, or the deaf, I don't know what it is. It's an incredible time of uncertainty. It's an incredible time of uncertainty. Leiv Melachim v'Sodom b'Yad Havaya. And at this particular moment, the B'Yad Havaya is far more emphasized than the Leiv Melachim v'Sodom. They literally have no idea what they're doing. So the Rebbe hitten Yidden, the ganze Welt, and Eretz Yisrael, hitten the ganze Welt für sich allein.